Welcome to Auto Evolution Hub, where the engines roar, the rubber burns, and the legends never die. Today, we're taking a ride through history's most dangerous and daring machines, cars that were so wild, the factories themselves could barely contain them. No custom builds, no tuning shops, just pure, unfiltered American power, straight off the assembly line. These 7 muscle cars weren't made for comfort. They were made to terrify the competition. In 1964, Pontiac didn't just build a car, they built a movement. The Pontiac GTO was born out of rebellion. Engineers ignored corporate restrictions and secretly stuffed a massive 389 cubic inch V8 into a mid-sized Tempest body. The result? A 348 horsepower street fighter that launched the muscle car era overnight. Every teenager wanted one. Every cop feared it, and every rival manufacturer scrambled to catch up. It wasn't just the first true muscle car, it was gasoline-fueled freedom. By the late 60s, Ford wasn't interested in being fast, they wanted to dominate NASCAR. Enter the 1969 Torino Talladega, a hand-built aerodynamic monster designed to cut through the air like a missile. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't pretty. But it was deadly fast. With its 428 Cobra jet engine, the Talladega hit speeds near 200 miles per hour. It was so good that NASCAR officials had to rethink the rules. Ford's message was clear: you can't stop what's built to fly. If the GTO started the war, the 1970 Hemi Cuda ended arguments. This wasn't a car you drove, it was a car you unleashed. With Chrysler's legendary 426 Hemi V8 pushing 425 horsepower, the Cuda could outrun almost anything on the road or the drag strip. It was pure attitude, wrapped in bright colors, black stripes, and thunderous exhaust. Even at idle, it sounded like it was daring you to push the pedal, and when you did, it growled, screamed, and left tire marks in history. Now imagine this, a factory car so powerful, even Chevy's marketing department didn't know it existed. That was the 1969 Copo Camaro. COPO stood for Central Office Production Order, a secret code used by insiders to request race-ready builds. The result? A 427 cubic inch L72 engine hidden inside a small Camaro body. No luxury, no radio, no nonsense, just raw speed. Only 69 of these beasts were made. Today, they're worth hundreds of thousands, but their legend? Priceless. When Dodge got tired of losing, they didn't tweak, they transformed. The 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona looked insane, a 23-inch nose cone and a 3-foot rear wing. It was laughed at, until it hit the track. Powered by a 426 Hemi, the Daytona became the first NASCAR car to break 200 miles per hour. What was once a joke became a champion, and even today, that wing stands as a symbol of pure, unapologetic engineering courage. By 1971, the horsepower wars were peaking. The Plymouth GTX 446 barrel came out swinging, 3 carburetors, nearly 400 horsepower, and torque that could shred tires with ease. It wasn't built to be practical. It was built to make a statement, but that much power came at a cost. Gas guzzling, insurance spikes, and growing emissions laws soon ended the golden age of muscle. Still, the GTX went out in style, loud, proud, and legendary. When the muscle car era began to fade, one name refused to die: Pontiac. In 1973, while others bowed to regulations, Pontiac released a final act of defiance, the Trans Am Super Duty 455, with nearly 500 lb-ft of torque. It was brutal, loud, and pure attitude. It was the last muscle car built with the heart of a beast and the soul of an outlaw. When you hear that V8 roar, it's like hearing the echo of an era, one last scream before the silence. These 7 cars weren't just metal and engines, they were statements. They were built by dreamers, risk-takers, and rebels who didn't believe in limits. They made mistakes, broke rules, and gave the world machines that could scare you and thrill you at the same time. Even today, the sound of a big block V8 is enough to make every car lover's heart race, because muscle cars aren't just vehicles, they're a piece of who we are. This is Auto Evolution Hub, where legends never fade. And horsepower never dies. If you love classic power, hit that like button, share the roar, and subscribe for more stories from the golden age of speed.